Coercion is the act of compelling someone to act against their will by using force, threats, intimidation, or other forms of pressure. It undermines the individual's free will and autonomy, making actions taken under coercion not genuinely voluntary. Coercion can occur in various settings, including legal, social, and personal contexts, and is often considered a form of misconduct or criminal activity. Definition of coercion. Coercion involves using force, threats, or pressure to make someone do something they would not otherwise do willingly. It involves an imbalance of power, where the coercer imposes their will on the coerced individual. Key elements of coercion: force or threat, the use of physical, psychological, or emotional pressure to compel action. Control. The coercer seeks to control the actions or decisions of the coerced individual. Lack of consent. The coerced individual does not voluntarily agree to the action. Their consent is obtained through duress. Types of coercion. 1. Physical coercion. Description: using physical force or the threat of physical harm to compel someone to act. Examples: assault, battery, physical confinement, or threatening bodily harm. 2. Psychological coercion. Description: using emotional manipulation, intimidation, or mental pressure to compel someone to act. Examples: threatening to reveal personal information, emotional blackmail, or inducing fear. 3. Economic coercion. Description: using financial threats or the control of economic resources to compel someone to act. Examples: threatening to withhold financial support, manipulate employment opportunities, or impose financial penalties. 4. Social coercion. Description: using social pressure or threats to reputation to compel someone to act. Examples: threatening to spread rumors, ostracize someone from a community, or damage their social standing. Legal implications of coercion. 1. Contract law. Invalid contracts. Contracts entered into under coercion, duress, are typically considered voidable. The coerced party can seek to have the contract invalidated. Lack of free will. For a contract to be valid, all parties must enter into it voluntarily. Coercion undermines this principle, making the contract unenforceable. 2. Criminal law. Criminal offense. Coercion can itself be a criminal offense, depending on the severity and nature of the threats or force used. Examples: extortion, blackmail, kidnapping, and certain forms of domestic violence. 3. Civil law. Torts. Coercion can give rise to civil liability in tort cases, such as claims for intentional infliction of emotional distress or false imprisonment. Damages. Victims of coercion may seek compensatory damages for the harm and losses suffered due to the coerced actions. 4. Family law. Domestic abuse. Coercion is a common element in cases of domestic abuse, where one partner uses threats or force to control the other. Protective orders. Courts can issue protective orders to prevent further coercion or abuse by the coercer. Effects of coercion. 1. Psychological impact. Mental health. Coercion can lead to significant psychological harm, including anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Loss of autonomy. Victims may experience a loss of self-esteem, confidence, and a sense of autonomy. 2. Legal and financial consequences. Invalid agreements. Contracts or agreements made under coercion can lead to legal disputes and financial losses. Compensation. Victims may incur legal costs and seek compensation for damages resulting from coercion. 3. Social and professional repercussions. Reputation. Coercion can damage personal and professional relationships, leading to social ostracism or loss of professional opportunities. Isolation. Victims of coercion may become socially isolated, further exacerbating their vulnerability.